Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Give everybody a minute to jump on and Chris can hook me to the laptop. We are going to do a lemon project tonight, but if you're watching the replay, don't forget to follow, not just like. That way when you when we go live, you'll get a notification or when we have a new video. When you jump on, make sure you say hey. Hey Debbie, hey Helen. I am taking my little tray that is going to be the main part of our craft here and taking the tag off. I don't think I need to worry about the back, but we'll take it off anyway. All right, hey Mary Lou, hey Helen, hey Debbie, Lenore, Sharon. I saw all your snow, Sharon. That is unbelievable. Hey Sin, snowed here in West Virginia. We also had small hail. Oh my gosh.
We had sunshine.
Well, we had a lot of wind today. I mean, it was like the first time the weather was correct. It said at 2 o'clock, you know, high winds were going to pick up, and I'm not kidding you. We were cutting shrubs, Lord Pedalum, all day at the church, and at 2 o'clock, you could just feel it started blowing really heavy, and then everything was blowing when I got home to my house. No, huh?
I bet they feel real bad for you.
Yeah, they had snow. Chris said, I bet they would feel real bad for you. Y'all had snow, and we had wind, but it was sunshiny here. Still cold and snowing again in Ohio. Oh my gosh, well I saw Sherry's picture, and I don't know if you're friends with her on Facebook. I wish she could show it. She had a picture of her yard covered in snow this morning, looked like winter wonderland, and then this afternoon her grass is the greenest you could possibly think, and it was like from morning to afternoon. Oh my gosh, and I hate it, y'all are gonna get it again. Hey Mulaney, hey Ellie from Kentucky, West Virginia, Melva, that's pretty. Howdy again from Texas, Martha. Everything's bigger in Texas, Martha. Jenny from Kentucky, we had snow this morning. I didn't have any snow, but we just had sunshine and wind. Chris is telling me I should, you know, quit complaining about the wind because y'all had snow. Hello, Joyce. Hey, from Mississippi. Okay, I got this tray at Walmart in their like Better Homes and Garden section. It was like a small little, you think in the little pots, planted pots section. Really the more decorative ones that are inside is where the tray was. It was like $4.97. And we're going to do a craft with it tonight. It's already galvanized, but you know, if you have a tray, you know how to galvanize it. I love it because it comes with these handles on it, and it's pretty sturdy. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a lemon project. And y'all, of all things, I got to get this tag off. The bottom one came off really well, and I think it's just because it's inside, but I'm hoping if I get under it enough, it'll come up. Yes, it is. So tags come off really easy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is it's gonna be something that hangs, and we're gonna lash these to it, and I'm gonna show you how I do that, and hopefully it works. So we're not gonna do anything to the tray. I thought about painting it because I really like terracotta, but terracotta really doesn't match the inside of my house. The galvanized does more. So we're gonna leave that the way it is, and we're gonna paint these little terracotta pots. Now these I did get at Walmart. Outside, they were 97 cents a piece. And they're more of the, Julie, you probably know the word for it, when a terracotta pot is wider and more shallow. Is there like a name for that, or just? Yeah, okay, so it's not so much tall, but it's got a wider mouth on it. I love this kind. I'll even like it when you're planting, when you buy bigger ones. Cartersville, Georgia. Chris, where's Cartersville?
North of Atlanta.
North of Atlanta. Hello, Cian. It's Carol from Pennsylvania. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Sherry, loved your pictures. I was just talking about your pictures. hold on. 81 and sunny in NMB today. What is NMB? Yeah. Maybe that's, they say Prince Edward Island in Canada, so maybe it's somewhere in Canada. New Mexico, maybe beach. Is that something? Maybe? I don't know what NMB is. Good evening from Proctorville, Ohio. Diana, you must have got some snow too. Can you wrap tray handles in jute? You could, yes. First, when I hang it, you know, it's galvanized and it's not like our little thing. So I've got a good little bit out on my, I'm going to actually hang it like this, and we're going to put our terracotta pots in it. Now it's got like the edges, if you see, they're a little sloped outwards on each side. But it's still got a good little pocket on the inside. So first, before I put these in here and show you how we're going to do it, I know I'm going to hang it up because we're going to have it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and drill my 2 holes right here to hang it. And I could have done this before y'all came on, but I thought y'all might want to see it. Is it going the right way? I may get Chris to, nope, it came on to put the holes in it. And instead of going up, I'm going to kind of go down on the inside, because that's where kind of the sharp edges are, instead of making it go out where you would handle it. Okay, and I'm going to kind of eyeball it where it is on the other side. I probably didn't get big enough bit, so I'm kind of rotating my bit around. Okay, so I've got my 2 little holes at the top so we can hang it. All right, so let me set that to the side, and we'll paint these up really quick, because we're actually going to paint these our plaster white, my favorite, and we're going to wrap jute around it, but the jute is actually what's going to hold it on to the tray. We're going to have to drill more holes. But don't worry about this part, you won't see it. And you actually could take it off if you wanted. Let me see if I got all the stickers. Like I said, these little pots, the 97-cent pots, and let me see if it gives you the measurement on the sticker. Looks like it's about maybe 4 inches, but let's see, 4.25 inch pot. So 4 1/4 inches. So let's see, I paint. Let's see, don't need white, I need plaster. That's just white. They would be really pretty crackled, but I'm not gonna crackle this time. I'm just gonna go ahead and regular old paint it. You need safety glasses, Mary, probably. She does have discussed, hold on, she does have discussed before. Oh, you're talking about you need safety. Oh yeah, I have all of it. Safety gloves too, just hopping on, finishing up my walk. All right, Nancy. Nancy, we're gonna make a tray, and we'll just kind of pull it together as you go, but you haven't missed anything. We're gonna need these 3 pots in here. And you know what I forgot, Chris? And you know you want to get it for me, is these styrofoam balls in my little craft table in there. You make me nervous. I can tell it's going to be cold tonight. My arm has hurt all day. Darn the halide. I've never broken a bone or anything, so nothing tells me when it's going to be hot or cold. You're getting a farmer's tan? Yes, probably. We worked outside today at the church all day today. The lower pedalum, Lord, we had to cut it back to nothing because it hasn't been trimmed properly in a couple of years, but we got it done. I brought my little battery operated chainsaw, and I said, yeah, I'm not doing all that. They were like some old school ladies, they brought like a little hand saw, and I was like, oh no. That makes me like not want to do any yard work just looking at that hand saw. So I brought in my room. There should be a package over there on the counter of styrofoam balls. You know, like ornament size balls. I meant to get on my foot. That's hurt me today too. Hey, Sin from Louisiana. Yay! Thanks for catching me up. Still didn't get a package yet. That's because, Nancy, I haven't sent you anything. I don't know. I thought I sent everybody's off, and you said that I said, I'll send you this, but I can't remember what it is. So what I have you on my list is to just send you something else. And I got some cool lemon stuff I picked up the other day. I'll throw something in there. But I can't believe how some of the packages took. Thank you, nice lady. All right, so I'm just painting these up, plaster. And I'm really not going to worry about painting the inside. And it's not too big of a deal on the bottom, but you may see like a little piece of the bottom. So while I've got it upside down, I'm going to go ahead and slap some paint on it. And when I turn it back up, I'll do the rim. That way I don't have to worry about losing anything on the bottom. By the time we finish drilling our holes and stuff, we'll just lash those on. Yay, thanks for catching me up. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Nancy. Just me drilling 2 holes in this, and I'm fixing to do it again with no safety glasses on. I could actually put both glasses on right here. No gloves today, y'all. You know, I guess Chris and I working in the yard. You can't really see it. I don't know how. But Chris and I working in the yard all weekend, you know, and I tried to wear gloves at the church. But, you know, messing with irrigation, they end up getting all wet. And I just given up. So today, cutting all that stuff, dragging it to the street. I didn't have any gloves on. So I looked at my hands after I washed them in the sink at the church. And from like 3 days here and then at the church all day today, I think dirt is in my skin. Like it did not come off when I washed my hands. So I don't know, it's weird. I can't wear gloves planting outside, especially if you're planting plants. So obviously I can't do it cutting. I think the only time I would ever think about putting gloves on is if you had to like pick up a rake, something that could give you a blister. Oops, put my fingerprint on that one. Like I have missed the talk and posted that I missed it, and you messaged me to give you my address, which I did. Hold on. I had missed the talking, posted that I missed it, and you messaged me to give me your address. All right, and listen, I know y'all want to kill me. Yesterday, because you know I don't work on Monday, yesterday I forgot to take the boat to work. And today, I did take the boat to work with me, but I mean, they were already, when I got to work at 10 o'clock, they were already deep in yard work outside, so I went straight outside. So I didn't look at my phone all day, and like when I got ready to come home at 3:30, I went in there to get my purse, and that boat was just sitting there, and I was like, I love y'all, but it's going to be tomorrow before you get your boat. But I did remember. And it's so funny because Monday night, I put the boat beside my purse, and I think I moved it out of the way when I was walking out the door yesterday, making sure I had my phone and everything in my purse, and moved it out of the way and went right to work. And I was like, I did not bring that boat to give y'all the, so I've got all your, you know, that sent me an email saying you wanted the boat pattern. So I promise you, I will do it. It's sitting on my desk. So first thing in the morning, that's all I'm going to see. So no excuses. I was like, when I was leaving today, I was so tired. And I was like, they're going to kill me. Yes, it was covered this morning, and by afternoon it was gone, and now it's doing it again. Sherry, I could not believe that. I just showed Julie and Chris sitting here. I was like, look at her yard. I was like, this was this morning. And in the picture, how green your lawn is, you can kind of see a little bit of the snow still left under the tree. So, you know, it wasn't like you were faking it. It was like legit. And I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, this is her yard. And they were like, that's unbelievable. And I'll have to tell them it's doing it again. It just started snowing again. Yes, it was covered this morning, and by afternoon, it was gone, and now it's doing it again. You never know what tomorrow holds. Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, her yard looked like a spring green yard. And then, and this morning, I mean, not just like a little bit of snow. Like in Georgia, it hadn't snowed like she showed a picture this morning, I don't think in my entire life. And it was already gone. So I was just like, that is just crazy. Okay, let me maybe dry one of these, because I'm thinking that if I find the center one, that's going to be my best bet to do this, is find the center. And I'll show you how I'm going to put the pots on the tray with the jute. And I'm thinking if I find the center one, the other ones, you know, it'll be okay. Let's see if we get this one, a little. Y'all, my boss gave me a Bob Ross chia pet, and I've never, my whole life, you know, I've always seen chia. Never had one. So I did like what all the instructions said last week, like on that Friday or whatever. And so Tuesday I was able to put the water in it after the little, because you have to put the seeds on there, let them dry, and then put the water, you know, all in his head, y'all. And now I've got like, the chia sprouts are like that long after like a week, and it's hilarious. Oh, we are in spring here, but cold tonight. I can't remember. I haven't looked at the lows in a while, because we're kind of like out of that danger. Watch me say that and like get 30 degrees one night. But I set up my irrigation for that back bed that we just made, and I did not hook where it all comes together. Like my little feeders for each shrub were fine, but where it comes all together, I just had one piece, and I had like the 3 rows attached to that, and that's what goes into the irrigation. Well, you know, where it attaches to that main piece, all 3 of those pieces have come apart. That corner has now been flooded 3 times, and so now when you walk in it, my foot like sunk like this far in it, and I told Chris I'm gonna have to pull like the black tarp back so it can dry out. And the poor flowers over there are probably so thirsty because it was so windy today, and it has not rained here in weeks. We really need the rain. Oh my gosh, 36 tonight. All right, so those did really well, and even though, you know, it's that plaster, it's still pretty white. Okay, so let me be smart about this. Be smart, Cynthia. And I'm going to measure and find the exact center. All right, let's see if I got a little pen that I have not touched glue on one end. Okay. So, ooh, that's magnetic. Ah, that's handy. All right, let's just go for one side of the other. So 12.5, so 6. Whoops, and of course on this, it's not gonna, do I have a marker up? Yeah, I got a marker right there. 6 1/4. Okay. So that'll just tell me where to put my pot. And remember I said, these are kind of out to the side. It's got that slight little angle on them, which is not bad. It's still deep enough to hold it, but it's not gonna hold it without me somehow putting it on here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap jute around it. I kind of wanted to use my thinner, but I think I would just have to just go around it so many times with the little thin. And so I just want to actually really go around several times. I'm just going to show you, but I'm going to take this apart. Just right in the center. I may go on up. I kind of really want to go up on it, but we'll see how long that takes us. And if it seems like it takes a long time, we won't do it. Because I don't think it's something, ow, that you'll have to put a lot of glue on. Sometimes I watch crafters, I mean, they'll put glue on every inch when they're wrapping it around something. I usually don't do that. That might be why they're better crafters than I am. But sometimes, you know, this jute, I mean, it's so thin and it's twiny and it's like cloth, you know, the glue soaks into it. So, I mean, you don't need a whole lot. Yeah, I think it'll just hold it in place if I just do a little bump every now and again. Sin, did you see my post that Walmart is discontinuing the Waverly chalk paint? Is yours going to? No, and I've checked it twice. I went maybe like Monday and I would just kind of peruse through there every now and again just to see in the back if there was anything new. And they still have not put mine on sale. But our Walmart is usually like behind everybody else's Walmart. So you really can't take that to the bank. But no, I haven't seen where they're doing that, and I wonder why. I wonder if they're going to carry another brand, or they're just tired of carrying the chalk paint. Because, you know, if it doesn't sell, that stuff can go bad. But, I mean, with the crafting the way it is, I mean, I don't see how they're doing it. Unless they're just not buying. It's probably they're just discontinuing the brand, but they'll probably sell another brand. Walmart is not going to lose a chance to make $1, and everybody is using chalk paint. So all Waverly is gone. It was clear, aced out. Oh no, they haven't even put it on sale at mine, and it's all it doesn't look like it's fully stocked, but ooh, got some plastic. And here's some like green bag plastic. Hold on, let me get it out of my jute. I think that must just been in the, like, some kind of recycle piece. All right, it came right out. Clearance out. All Waverly is gone. Gosh, I mean, where you live that it's all gone. Which normally, you know, we're behind down here in the South. And if it's on clearance, they haven't marked ours down. Now, that wouldn't surprise me because there's a lot of things I get up to the counter and it's a different price, like a cheaper, like, you know, it was on sale or something. Especially if it's out in the garden section. You always get like one little piece because you can tell they just, a machine does this, that sometimes it can get a little clumpy. And not that I usually wouldn't like that, but it's kind of getting to the top of my edge. So I am going to take a little bit of that off of there. Oh my goodness, we sure had a snowfall last night. Snow plows and all. Darn. Well, it looks like Sherry, it did at her house and then it was gone. That's what, you know, in the South, when that kids get sad here when that happens, you know, if it like snow covered the ground like that, and in the afternoon when they got out of school, by the time they'd want to play in it, it would be gone. We don't have that kind of stuff. We have a problem with the heat, where y'all will still be cool. In like July, it'll be, you know, 110 in the shade here. Okay. Think about one more loop and we'll be good. Not too bad. probably have to use more glue at this top edge right here so it doesn't come apart. Let me see where I started. There it is in the back. Okay. Need my finger protectors on. Okay. Keep that little edge down. That can just be my back. Okay. Now, I'm going to get a length of twine out, and I'll show you how I'm going to lash it to it. Oklahoma Walmart still has Waverly chalk paint. Yeah, we still have it. I went through there today. Nothing like heat and humidity in the South. There's nothing like it in the world. I mean, you hot. I mean, your eyelashes are hot. Yeah, just hot. And I don't mean like hot, like in a good way. Like H-A-W-T, hot. She's hot. I don't mean that way. Okay, so I'm putting that in the center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my twine and go one under here. I'm going to probably have to glue it to make it match because I don't want that line there. And then I'm going to have 2 holes in the back that it's going to hold it on. So let me connect this where I want it to be because it's kind of got that little lip there on the side and I don't want it to be separate from it. Remember, heat can remove your paint, so be careful when you paint something, especially like something porous like this, terracotta, and then you stick your hot glue on it. Make sure you put it right where you need it because you could heat it up enough to take the paint off. I'm not doing that, but I don't know how because you know this glue gun gets so hot. Okay. All right, I know that paint sticks are hard to find. Went to Lumber Place to find them and they were out. Walmart said they only gave them out to people that buy them. Yeah, you only can buy the big ones in mine. But what I do is paint sticks, I get mine off of Amazon because you can buy like 50 for $6. It's not expensive. The cheaper they are, the more warped they can be. So sometimes, like, you know, if you find one for like $6, get the one that's like 8 or 10. But then you can buy them, you know, in bigger quantities. Okay, we're going to put this here. And I'm going to mark where I want these. Okay, there's the center. Because I want to hide them. Okay. So, you know, right here. I'm going to try to make them even. We're just going to take our drill again. She's in Waynesboro, Waynesboro, Georgia. Yes, Debbie. It's hot and the humidity. You didn't have the humidity, you know. You could get the shade, but here you got the humidity, so there's no getting in the shade when it's summertime here. And it's like that to like, oh my gosh, to like, I mean, I'm still having to turn my air conditioner on full blast Thanksgiving, Christmas. All right, let me see. I'm thinking now my bit might be too small, but voila. Look at my little tray all organized over here. I can do a bigger one because with this bigger jute, I don't want to sit here and fight with this. So let's see. That looks like it'll thread through it. It may or it may not. We like working with power tools around here. Is the wind still blowing bad outside, Julie?
I don't know. I'm gonna walk out there.
I don't hear it like I heard it earlier. I mean, it was blowing stuff everywhere. take our little cup. Please be big enough. Please be big enough. Let me cut this at an angle, almost like it. Give it a little point to help you out, because this stuff is so... Got to remind myself. It's not blowing anymore? Okay. It was blowing so bad, I hate to go out there and look at those peach trees. Probably blew all my little new peaches off. All right, so that one worked. And for this set, it looks like I used the 3/16 or either 11/64. I can't remember which hole I got out of, so that'll help with this size jute. So see, it's gonna hold it in there. I mean, you still got that little tray. Well, all you needed to do is hold it to the back of it, because the lip is not straight, but it still is a ledge. So we'll face that to you, and I'm just gonna tie it. Now, if you didn't want to do the jute completely, it's still, you have that little lip that'll hold one, you know, like if you just wanted to do one piece of jute. And we're just gonna tie it off in the back, and nobody's gonna see the back, so I'm just going to knot it. Just like that on the back. And then now, we're gonna do, come on, the other two. And y'all, it makes it a little tight in here with the jute, but I think we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. All right, so let me put that to the side and get these wrapped real quick. And we can conversate. Our winter in Pensacola is 3 days. Yeah, ours, we probably had maybe 2-3 weeks. And then our winter is over. That's why I was just saying, when we were showing Sherry's picture of her yard, how it was this morning and tonight. That's why I was like, at least y'all have seasons. We don't have seasons here. We have summer and spring, because we really don't have a fall either. We might have like a week of a few days of fall mixed in there, and it fools you. In the south, like maybe sometime in like October, late September, it'll get a little cool, what we call cool, from the heat of all summer. And you'll go out and buy your mom's, make it all pretty, and then, you know, the 100 degrees comes back, and all your moms are like dried up, you know, or you put them in the shade. You can't keep them out on your porch unless you water them 100 times a day. But yeah, we don't have fall either. We love the fall, but we don't have one. When you watch like football games and people get to wear like cold clothes and all that, you know, I'm like, you got to wear shorts to football games here. Put the jute on the bottom of the other two. Oh, girl, I didn't start it on this. Oh, you're talking about, well, I have to lash it on there, so I want it on the top. But it's okay, because even if they're not sitting in the tray like perfect, I can still, you know, make it look like it is. So we good. But yes, that would be very smart, especially if it had a perfect little ledge where you could E6000 it to the ledge. But it's got that slight little, you know, fanned out lip to where it would, you know, I wouldn't trust it enough. But our favorite colors, mine at least, galvanized, metal, jute, and plaster white. So even if you just left it with these 3 little cups in here and put your keys in it, set it on a table, it would be really cute. Now, really, before I put them on there, I would like to finish the inside of them, but I just think it it would be too much moving them around. And they may come apart because we're going to make little trees and little lemon trees in them. Because who doesn't like lemons? At first I wanted to do sunflowers. And I have both of them on here. Because believe it or not, when I was in Walmart, their spring picks that are only like 97 cents are not bad. You know, their fall ones were really good. And we had some really good Christmas ones, but they put them out like 2 days before Christmas. So you really couldn't do any crafts with the Christmas ones. I just bought a few, you know, for next year. But the greenery, and I'll show you my bucket full of just like, I love picking up just greenery. But I actually did pick up some colors because there were some fall colors in there. So, as much as I want to do lemons, the sunflowers were really cute. All right, so let me do this lip really quick. And then that's 2 down. I think, hold on, and that's how Arizona is also no seasons. Yeah, we don't have seasons here. We do in our minds, in our decorating, and in our crafts, but no, we don't have seasons here. We just go from hot to, my heater is probably like, I can't even tell you where we don't really use my heater. Now my air conditioner probably, you know, is, thinks it's 100 years old because, you know, I run an air conditioner. I tell them, you know, and they're like, gosh, you know, the light bill's gonna be high. We're running this air conditioner all the time. I'm like, you know, I look at them like pee in the dark. Go to the bathroom, don't turn the light on. But that air conditioner is staying on. I don't care. I don't ask for a lot. I'm not like a shoe person for my husband. I'm not, you know, I'm not a go on vacation places, but so, you know, when I want the air conditioner on, I want the air conditioner on. I'm not hard to please. But y'all, do y'all see how y'all see less of me? I have lost a total of 14.4 pounds, I think. And what's today, the 21st? And I started 2 days early, so in 23 days. And not, you know, I eat. I'm not starving myself. I don't go without meals. All I did was cut out dairy, grain, and sugar and fake sugar. So I eat all the fruit I want. I eat all the sauteed vegetables, meats. God, can you imagine just sitting down? Sometimes I just want to get like a pot of little new potatoes. And you can eat them on Whole30. You know, like when you do Atkins or something, you can't eat that carbs, but this you can. Now I do miss sugar. I don't miss dairy. Every now and again, I miss a little butter because I can't buy any fast foods. And I mean, even restaurant foods, because even their like green beans, they put butter in them. So, I mean, I really like this. I mean, I guess if I was a huge like cereal eater like Chris, could never do this. Cereal or cheese person. And not that I dislike cheese, but I don't have to have it. I'm a sauteed vegetable person. Like every day I have like some kind of pepper. You know, a red, orange, yellow, or green pepper, a zucchini, and onions. And I saute that up and I put different things in it. Sometimes it's left over, like if we have steak the night before, I'll cut it up and put it in there after it's finished sauteing just to heat it back up. So, I mean, the eating, I never go hungry. If I feel like I want like some orange juice, the little halos or cuties, I'll eat like 3 sometimes, like for a snack. It's really been, I mean, like I miss the sugar though. I still could drink a Sprite Zero in a cup this big right now without even taking a breath. I still miss my fake sugar. I told Chris on like day 31 I might have to have me a couple of Sprites. But I'm just gonna keep going on it. I like it. I can tell I'm losing like belly fat, like stuff, you know, hormonal, menopause belly stuff. Thank you, Jeanette, for asking me. Thank you, Nancy. Way to go on the weight loss. It's so hard when you get older. It is hard. But like I said, there are things I miss. Don't get me wrong. Like one of them, it was like Buffy's boyfriend's birthday last weekend. And we have like a great bakery here. And she brought home like their caramel cake, and she was like having a piece. And I don't think I can't look at that and miss it. But, you know, all I think about is, you know, 14.4 pounds. And I'm like, it's not worth that, like 10 minutes of heaven. Back. And like I said, I don't go hungry. And I think drinking water is probably, the drinking part is probably the best thing that I'm doing for myself. It's not really a diet, Sheila. I am doing Whole30. And you'll kind of have to look it up. It's just you only eat whole foods, but you cut out dairy, grain, alcohol. I think my niece said you can drink a little bit of coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker, so it's just straight water for me. It hadn't been that bad. I tell you, it really, the eating part has not been bad for me. But somebody, like if you're in love with dairy and you can't go a day without some kind of milk product, or you're like a cheese lover, every meal has to be, you would have a problem with this. But I'm not. I'm just a country girl who likes vegetables, so I'm okay. All right, so not too bad. We got them all done. And now we'll just put our little front pieces on each one and get them in here. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all are helping out. You just have to look at like Google Whole30. And it'll tell you the things that you should. I gave up my Sprite and creamer in my coffee. Still need a teaspoon of sugar in my coffee. I just need to stop snacking. See, that's the beauty of this. I can snack. I can eat all day long. I can do whatever I want to because I snack on fruit. Like right now, the strawberries are ready in Georgia. And I'm talking about even the ones you buy in the grocery store are unbelievably good. And I bought a pack the other day. I mean, a whole, like, the bigger container of strawberries. And Buffy came in from the golf tournament in Hilton Head. They went. And, I mean, these strawberries looked beautiful. But, you know, because Chris and I were working in the yard, I think I was eating a lot of blackberries and didn't eat any of the strawberries. She came here and just it looked like a cougar had been through this pack. Or whatever eats strawberries. You know, like, I mean, I was like, who has been in the strawberries? And Buffy's like, me. And she was like, Mama, they are so good. There were like 4 left. So today when I was at the grocery store, I bought 2 huge packs. So that's what, and I snack on cuties because, I guess because I'm having to just drink water. Every morning I'll eat an entire grapefruit. Like a 3-year-old, and you putting this stuff in your teeth because I want all the juice. And it feels like or eat like 2 or 3 cuties, so it's like I've had a bowl of orange juice. But great to hear you are losing weight. Keep you up your great work you're doing. Yes, Stephanie, I love it. Like I said, don't get me wrong. There are times you miss stuff. Like I said, you know, the sugar, but the sugar is the hardest thing for me. Like Chris tonight came in from his Mimi's, and he had bought Sonic. I can't tell you the last time he even had fast food, because we had cut that out a while ago. And I was hungry at that point. But I went in there and had me like a little snack, so I was fine. But up until then, I was just so tired from working in the yard, that I looked at him. I'm like, you seriously gonna eat that right in front of me? I'm like, that's just wrong. And he looked over and he went, yes, I am. Because poor boy hadn't had a cheeseburger, I guess, in forever. And Julie just died laughing. I can do well all day, but the evening in my hard time, what to snack then? Probably why I craft in the evening to keep me feeding my face. Telling you, get you some fruit. It can be expensive because blackberries here are really high, and that's like my snack of choice. But I don't know. I can just eat, like I said, I can eat half a container of strawberries. It's so much better than, you think you're going to get a bag of chips and eat the chips, and they're like $3, and you do bad stuff like that. So if strawberries cost you $5 and you half the container, then you don't need to say, I'm bad about saying, it's just too expensive to eat that kind of stuff. But it's really not, when you think about all the other stuff you were probably snacking on. All right, so let me see. Listen, I can live off the fruit. I can live off the vegetables, especially the vegetables. But woo, I'm missing my Sprite Zero. And Chris, it will make a cup every night. He don't care. He don't care that I'm looking at him. I can smell it, I think, on his breath, like alcohol. And I'm not a big apple fan. But I notice now, the more fruits I eat, that I'm wanting different things. Like the other day, I ate a Granny Smith apple, and it was so juicy. And I'm not a huge apple fan, but I think it makes you kind of want to pick up different fruits, too, that you're just not, if you know this is what you're going to be able to eat. But like I said, it's hard at first because you have to prep. You don't really have to prep food, but you always have to make sure you've got, either fresh or frozen vegetables or fresh or frozen fruit. So that is the stuff you have to prep for. Because the snacking, like you're saying, if I just got up and I was like, I'm just starving and I didn't have any fruit. Boiled, you can buy those boiled eggs already boiled. And so we usually buy those for Mimi, because she loves a boiled egg in the morning, and we just kind of wanted to limit her. She really doesn't turn on the stove, but that's the only time. So we buy if you just have those things on hand. You seem like I go to the grocery store a lot, but I think I go to the grocery store a lot even when I wasn't eating really all that well. Because the convenience. Like vinegar and salt potato chips, girl, they're one of my favorites. That's a good old Southern food, I think. Do people in the North, do y'all like vinegar and salt potato chips? Because it's one of my absolute faves. Especially the kettle cooked kind. How long have you been on this diet? I'm trying at a standstill. I've lost 23 pounds. Hold on, I missed that part. 23 pounds, but I can't get past it. I had started, they usually tell you to start on the first of a month, since it's Whole30, and do it for 30 days. Because it's not really a diet. It's kind of like a cleansing thing. But most people do lose weight on it because they see, what they need to cut out of their life. But it's called Whole30. The best thing to do is just Google it, and it'll tell you what you can and can't eat. Now, most of the things that are going to come up are recipes, because kind of like on Atkins diet, people tend to share a lot of their recipes to help other people out. But, I don't care about that kind of stuff. Like I said, I love sauteed vegetables, so I'm not going to make any kind of special casserole and all this. Like I said, I just keep vegetables and I saute them, and I put... Probably for lunch, I would put whatever leftover meat we had the night before. Or, you can get those just bags of chicken breast and just saute. If you're sauteing the vegetables, meat only usually takes a second. All right. So we got to get in here, plants, even if I got to back y'all out somehow. All right. Yeah, we're going to bend it up just a little bit, seems like. All right, so here and here. But yeah, I just usually saute my vegetables, and you know, there's all kind of vegetables. I mean, you can put I can put a green pepper in there with my zucchini and onions, and it makes a whole nother flavor versus like a yellow or a red pepper, sweet pepper. Like, really, how do you make a recipe, I don't know, without butter and sour cream and all that? It's just really like a lot of stuff you put together. Like a stuffed bell pepper is really good on this. But you don't have the cream cheese putting together. You just have to stuff it with some meat. Taco meat is one of my favorites, but I can't put a lot of taco sauce on it. I have to put like pico de gallo because, believe it or not, your taco seasoning has sugar in it. All right, let's see if I can get this in this hole first, and then we'll adjust. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, it's called Whole30. And you really, and I do have a lot of energy, but I don't know what that's from. I don't know if it's because it's evidently one of the things I've taken out has given me more energy. I don't know if it's from the, you know, grains. I'm not a huge rice, and every now and again I eat bread, so I don't know if that's whatever I've taken out of my diet has given me more energy. I'm thinking it's really the sugar more than anything. It's probably, I've taken that out, and I think that's what's been the best thing for me. This piece is a little bit thicker, and it is not wanting to go through. It's wanting to catch one piece up. Oh, there we go. And the cheese, surprisingly, I told Chris when I was thinking one day, I don't think we eat a lot of cheese. He and Buffy, I mean, they love it, but they don't, you know, like at home, you really don't eat a lot of cheese. Because that was nothing. The hardest thing for the dairy is the butter. Because that's what, you know, there's so much butter in. But, you know, you can still do, you know, olive oil. I can saute my stuff in olive oil, so I still have that. Okay. All right, so let's see. You might have to loosen up, you little suckers. But we gotta get our friend in here. Maybe turn that to the side, that one up, and turn this one to the side. So maybe they're not gonna be all flat out. Okay. All right. So we've got our whole little engineering product. Your tacos just use chili powder. Yeah, we just, I actually found a little recipe that Buffy found for like fajita mix too, that tells you all this stuff to mix together that you don't have to buy. And surprisingly, you have it all basically in your cabinet already. So we didn't have to buy anything to make it, just to take the sugar out. And then I love to get romaine lettuce and make like little taco boats. I don't put the cheese in it, but I love like banana peppers and things like that. Because I can't really do jalapenos. The older I get, I can't eat hot foods. So my sister-in-law told me that she can't do jalapenos, so she eats like pickled banana peppers, and they have a hot and a mild. Just get the mild flavor is really good in your tacos. But like I said, I get like a piece of romaine, the little boat, And that's how Buffy and I have been doing that for a while before Whole30, so it was better. All right, so we've got our whole little thing together here. And we are trying to think of something I could put down here earlier, and I've got these out, but I didn't get Chris to bring them in for me. Because we're not gonna like do your traditional like stick in here and put, you know, like the ball on top of it. These are actually gonna be so I can put my pick in there. Because here, and I'll show you, I said I'd kind of go through some of the picks that I had gotten. All right, those two I did not get from Walmart, but I'll show you the different little picks they have at Walmart right now. And y'all, this seems like a lot, but I have to go put them in my buckets. All right, and that I did not get. But look at this lavender. It was like really pretty. I mean, you get that big piece for 97 cents. I mean, and it's not a tiny little piece. There's like 11 pieces on that one. I thought these were really cool. I don't know what they are, if it's some type of mimic flower, but I thought it was really good. It's just like these kind of like little balls, but the lavender was really good. You know, I'm always liking to get greenery. They have this almost like a, what do you call that? The fern that's prickly. What is that fern called? Spider fern, maybe? Can't remember, but that is really good. This is what I really want to use tonight for like my tree. But they also have some really pretty eucalyptus, and it's not so dusty. It's got like a slight little shade to it, but it's really green for summer. But look, the sunflowers were really pretty. You get 3. I mean, they don't really look cheap either. I guess these like type of like some kind of orange daisy that I went ahead and got like for fall too when it gets closer to fall. And just some greenery. You know, I'm always telling you to get greenery. And this has got like a variegated color on the leaf. I thought it was really pretty. Probably would look really good against white. So when you go on Walmart, pick up picks. And I guess this is some kind of something white. But it looks like I only got maybe a couple of them. Just kind of like a little white. Because I tend to pick up more greenery than you do anything else. Because you really need that more than you need the flowers. Like when you're making an arrangement, you're really not going to, or a wreath, you're not really going to use that many flowers. You're going to use more of the greenery. And I think this is what I kind of want to use for my tree. And my little hibiscus that I took off the top, I think we had taken it apart for something else. Okay, so asparagus fern. Okay, yeah. I usually like to put it on the fall on the outside of my little hay racks. I clicked too soon. We are not only seeing less of you, but what we are seeing is bright, like glowing skin. Your eyes get a brighter sparkle also. Oh, thank you, darling. You're so sweet. Probably because I got a little color to my skin. You know, you have to get the old like layer on your skin right before the summer gets here. All right, so gosh, I don't want this to melt, but I want it to stick in there pretty well. Let's see if this will help. My glue gun just gets so hot now, and I don't ever want to take out that other stuff. All right, ooh, don't smell too good, but hopefully it'll work. That greenery looks like the lemon tree greenery. Almost on that, I just can't get how much the lavender. I mean, that's like a good little pick for 97 cents. I mean, you think about how full that is. Normally, they usually have about like 2 sprigs or maybe 3 on them. And it's got like the brown paper at the bottom. It was pretty good. And nobody's really touched it. Sometimes they pick through and get all the good stuff, but I think I got some last week. And today, this was in there that was new. But everything else really didn't look picked over. All right, so these are gonna be our little trees. Ooh, and that feels like it's sticking in there pretty well. So let me take the tag and I need to grab one more. And gosh, y'all, I don't think any of this came from the Dollar Tree. Oh. Rosemary pick. I didn't read the right side. So it's supposed to mimic rosemary, but it's a kind of, you know, rosemary has a little blue tint kind of in it, but this doesn't, but I like it. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to cut some of the bottom off because I don't want to stick it all the way through, but I think that's gonna be a little too tall. We're not gonna go through all the way through our ball either. Just didn't cut the wire, it just cut the paper. All right, I want to go straight down into it. Ooh, and that's got like a good connection. Let's see how much we cut off of that one. The lavender would look really pretty in here too. That lavender is really full. Or you could put like real plants in yours. You know, these are real terracotta pots. I mean, you maybe put a little catch at the bottom, like fill in the hole, maybe put some rocks and just, you know, you have to watch how you water because I don't really know how you would catch your runoff. All right, so we've got our little trees, which are gonna mimic our lemon trees, which I thought about just putting like a sunflower in them. I love the sunflower, but then I love the lemons too. All right, so I'm thinking moss is gonna be our better bet in it because it's going to go with our jute a little bit more. That raffia, just I can control the moss a little bit more. And we'll get the moss back out we had in our little truck, so it can get everywhere. Ugh. We don't need very much because we're just camouflaging the white styrofoam ball. So really, you can use some of that shredded paper. The greenery moss wouldn't be bad, like the green moss, and you can find that sometimes at Dollar Tree. Okay. And look at the mess that it leaves. Y'all can't even hardly see it. Is it that cold? You got to put a coat on to go outside?
Oh, is that cold in the house?
Do y'all hear him? I said, is it that cold? He was like hanging out outside. He said, no, it's that cold in the house. It's not that cold. I think it's like 68 here. And y'all have gone up a couple of degrees on me. I hadn't said anything to y'all yet because I hadn't like sweat in my house. But Chris did buy me something this year, y'all. I got one of these like little oscillating fans that stand up. And the best part about it is I got a remote control for it. So not only can I just sit in the bed at night, when I start getting a little hot, I can just press this button and it turns this, it's like a tower fan. And you could just see the difference between Chris and I is he wants the fan on, but he wants it to oscillate. I want it to blow right on me. You know, I just to stay cool. Really, I didn't know that there is sugar in taco season. Yes, I don't think it's a lot. It's not one of the main ingredients. Like, you know, I learned it when you're in school, like when you're reading the ingredients, the first one is the most, and then it goes down, you know, when you're reading off ingredients. So it's not, I don't think, a majority of it, but there is sugar. When I read the little, you know, the little shaker packet, like El Taco, whatever stuff. Yeah, it said on the back, sugar. You just don't know. Sugar's in everything. And then when they don't have sugar in it, it has fake sugar in it. There's some that no salt, read on the back of it, has sugar in it. That's crazy. Loving this, all of your crafts. Yes. I mean, y'all, just as this, I think it's really cute. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it looks like something you could put in your house. It's the colors. that you're going for. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't go bigger on this. And did I hit that tip? And I may have to, I hope I don't have to untie that to get that in there. All right, to be able to hang it. Because it is sitting just fine if you wanted to make it a sit. I almost kind of want to just make it a sitter because I didn't think it would, but it's pretty stable. So we'll see. All right, let me turn this. Okay, so what I want to do for our lemons is, you know, I always want to find ways. I mean, you probably could stick a little sunflower in there and it will be just fine. Always trying to find a way, you know, for us to make this. So we're going to try this one more time. And we're not doing it with clay like we did it last time. Even though the little clay ones, they dried. They kind of cracked a little bit, but I think they would have been really cute. All right, and I have the stuff right here. Laugh out loud, Chris. Yeah. He's like, it's cold inside. He's got this thick coat on. It's not that cold in here. I use marbles in my pots. Yeah, it keeps, I mean, whatever will keep it in there. Poor fella. They're all feeling so sorry for you, Chris. Poor fella. Yeah, he's got shorts on. Y'all don't feel too sorry for him. He played golf all day as I worked in the yard at work. He had it real tough today. And I'm going to use this yellow. And what I'm going to do is, oops, this is starting to cool down and I'm going to need this. Ooh, I dropped some paint on that side. I mean, it's the lids on it, I hope good. But what we're going to do, what? Oh, the lid's on it? Okay. Like you think of when you put jute around your eggs, like little plastic eggs, we're going to put them around this little tiny thing and maybe hang 2 or 3 of them in our, and these are just the plain little, and I think they're probably about a 15 or 18 millimeter. And I'm doing this white because then I'm going to stick a little yellow paint on here, y'all. This is going to work. It's going to work. I think we need to ask for some advice. Please, please make this work. She said, you go, girl. Are we going to get it? Yeah, y'all don't feel sorry for Chris. He didn't have a tough day. Today was like one of those good days for him. He and Buffy. All right, so we're just gonna wrap this around. And I'm doing like a little extra circle loop on each end because, you know, like a lemon is a little pointy on each end, or not, yeah, kind of have that little knot. Y'all have to look up like lateral root scars on a carrot. Somebody will have to look up what the little end nubs of a lemon is called. I know they have to have some kind of little name. We would have never thought. Lateral root scars. Who was it that looked up lateral root scars? I think about that every time I look at a carrot, especially when I pull one out the garden and eat it. And you know, I showed y'all that video the other day of me eating that carrot. I do that every day. Chris and I are in the back because the hose is always right there. So I just pull up one and rinse it off. You know, and he hates vegetables. He wouldn't eat a carrot if it was all we had. And he goes, I just don't know how you do that. He said, but he wished that he liked it. Okay. So I didn't get it really out of the other end. Like when I started, I got to start better. But I think it's going to work. I haven't read any of y'all's comments. Let's see. My AC has gone out on me, but so far my house hasn't gotten any hotter than 76. Do have my fans going, so that may be helping. Oh, Lord, Debbie. Bless your heart, because I probably walk to work. I couldn't do without the air conditioner. Bless some of my aunt. Okay, so look, y'all. Ha! We did it. I knew we could do it. I knew it. We're going to get our maze out. I haven't used that this much. It's not doing it. Okay, there it goes. Getting ready to say it's not making a lot of noise. Please don't. Oh, I haven't used very much. That's why. So, we are going to get us a little brush. And remember, jute is a cloth. Thread, it'll soak up your paint. It'll paint just fine. Look, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to paint it without getting it all over my fingers. And I even kind of like the little ridges in it, because you know how like lemons have those like little porousy holes. 36 in Partridge, Kentucky, but it seems to do this every year at this time. Me. Hold on. I have to get some ribbon. At bare minimum, laugh out loud. Listen, the best thing I can tell you about ribbon is to get it off the internet. And there is this one place I ordered some ribbon once, y'all, that I found like the best prices. They weren't, I mean, where everybody else was like maybe $15 for this ribbon for like 10 yards. They were only like $8, and it was like the same exact ribbon. And I cannot remember where I ordered it all from. Look. Look at our little lemon. We did it. I knew we could do it. So let's put that right there. And I only do 3, and we'll do 1 tree, and then I'll finish it. Where y'all don't have to sit here and watch me do little lemon. Okay. Let's make it get a little bit of more of a bump on this end than we did on our first one. We did it, we did it. You could use some green ribbon to make small leaves. Yes, girl. You know how you just, I don't know if it's a crafter thing or what it is, how you just see something sometimes, you're like, you know, I could just make it. Now, you know, you have that one time that you probably end up spending more money on supplies to make it than would have just been to find it. But I knew we could find something to make little tiny lemons. Because even the plastic ones, remember that I got out of the little kids section the other day? That I opened them up and looked down, they're a little too big. They're like perfect for those like little crate size vegetables like we made with the watermelons or even the truck last night. But just for this tree, I think it would have been like, the scale would have been way too off. And let's see, we'll make this one a lot faster than we made the last one. So, I want to put a bow on the back of it. You know me and my bows. Just because I have like some good lemon bow. I mean ribbon. But I might want to make one of those like straight. I need to learn some terminology. Ribbons that are just kind of a clasp in the center. Not like a messy one, but straight across messy. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it does. Look, our next little lemon. And I'm thinking maybe about 3 for each tree. I think you could really get away with 4. And they're really light. You know, these wooden beads are not heavy. And this jute is not very much on it. So I don't think this is going to have any weight effect on our little picks. Because they're plastic. They have, like, few of them have wires in them, but not all of them. You could even sit one in the pot like it had fallen off the tree, like an apple or something. Like a green little Granny Smith apple these sizes if you're into apples. Let me do the end. Yeah, there's no really great way to paint these. You're going to get it on your finger, especially doing them as fast as I am. I noticed your carrots were in bunch and big carrots. Terry and I have some seeds planted and we were thinking we had to thin them. Yes, I should have thinned mine, but when I planted them, I forgot to put drip on that one. So I think we went somewhere and when we came back, everything was looking really good and they had not come out of the ground. So I told Chris, I said, and the seeds were really tiny. For the carrots, I was like, I don't think I got water on these top because like when we planted them back in like November or whenever it was, because it said that, you know, you can grow them in the wintertime. It was still really hot and dry. Gosh, it was dry. And the seeds were just really tiny. And so I just forgot about them. We didn't thin them. So one day, you know, a few of them started coming up and I was like, well, you know, they're probably gonna be a little stunted buff. I'm not really gonna worry about them. But the more, you know, the colder it got. And then, you know, we had a lot of rain in December and January. It just kind of did its own thing. And on the end where you saw me pull them up, they're a little bit more spread out and they're smaller. That's why I said I was going to save all the big ones because they keep getting bigger. You know, and like pull it up and make me a few little couple of meals out of them. But I love like a good raw carrot. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Buff loves carrots, but not raw. She looks at me like, that's just gross, Mama. I'm like, girl, nothing better than, I mean, they're so, you know, a fresh carrot like that is so flavorful. You know, it doesn't have any of that like white dust on it because they've been picked a month before, you know, by the time they get them on the shelf. At the grocery store, it's just, they're so good. I told her, I said, if you ate these, and I want to say they're Naples. Something starts with an N, but it might not. I may just have Naples stuck in my head. Carrot are the ones that I actually planted. I think I had 2 variety and that's the one I planted. All right, so I'm doing my kitchen and apples now. I need to make one of these with apples, I know, and you probably can make a little apple. I mean, just think of straight up and down and do like a Granny Smith or even a green, like a good Macintosh apple. Ooh, I like a Macintosh apple or a Granny Smith. I like, because I think I'm weird about fruit. I like it to be a little sour. Like when some fruit is not all the way ripe yet. I'm one of those people who like it. I mean, I love them ripe and sweet and all that, but I can eat a blackberry when it's still a little sour and love it. And we have them wild on our dam. The dam on the pond, we have wild blackberries, but when they cut a lot of those sweet gums down this winter, they got a lot of them. But I saw some on the ground with lots of blooms on them right now, so they're a little behind. All right, so here's our other, let's see, I'm gonna hold one up. I think 3 is all we're gonna get on a tree, but let's see, hold on. Let me go ahead and make one more just in case 4 is the magic number. If not, I'll just start on that one. That way I can at least finish one of them for you. Because we gotta do our bow. And the bow is kind of going to be a little bit of the background. It's not going to be up front. Now I'm trying to just get fast. And it's like, listen, you can't go that fast. See, not too bad to do, you know, half of one. Already halfway done with it. So the more you make, ow, you burn your finger trying to rush. And you get better at it. And I picked this white up because it was just a good size that I liked. But I mean, your jute will paint just fine too. I just like the size of this. I didn't want to do the real small because I figured I would have to wrap it up to have too much glue on it. And then it can kind of get that like little gluey effect and not really look that well. I saw some cute lemon measuring cups at the Dollar General. I have to stop by there. I'm same with Apple. There are two of my faves. Yes, Macintosh. Ooh, those are good. But somebody said the Gala, maybe, are pretty good too. I don't think, like I said, I'm not a huge Apple fan, so I'm not like one just to get different apples and try different ones, but I should. But I do like a good Granny Smith. It's kind of sour. You like my little lemons, Chris? Mm-hmm. I wish they could see you right now in this coat you have on with your shorts. It's like full-on winter coat. It's not that cold in here. Which I do already have my pajama pants on. I had to come home and get out of those yard clothes. I was so tired.
Charge your phone?
No. I mean, it was already almost fully charged. I'm the same way. 3 main usable parts to a lemon: the peel, pit, and pulp. So the little ends, Janet, doesn't have a name. That little nipples on the end. Love raw carrots, yes. I like is it Gala, Gold Delicious. Honeycrisp apples are yummy. Yeah, I mean, they have so many. And like I said, I don't. Let's see. I want to get a piece of this because it's got like a little leaf on it where I won't feel like I have to put. Let's see on the flatter end. One. Ow, ow, ow. Put my finger right in that. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm doing this to see if you want to put one in the, like in the pot, like it fell off the tree. That would be really cute. Look at there. All right, so let's see. Spread my little leaves out. Or maybe I can do the center one so when I show it to you. All right, so I'm figuring out right now where to put it. Way too much glue, so it'll take a minute for it to dry. All right. I don't want to move it and show it to you yet because I think I put a little too much glue on that and it's going to take a second, like it's trying to turn right now. All right. Still a little wet. You're kind of limited on where you can put them on this particular one because it's that rosemary, so not every piece has a wire in the top of it. Got it lower on the stem. So I'm thinking 3 would be good. Maybe in the middle, like change it up. Maybe one of them has 4 or has at least one like sitting in the pot. But I think 3 on this particular pick that I have is going to be enough. Especially considering you have 3 plants. Oh, okay. And I'm just gluing them straight to like a good strong stem. And they're sticking really good. All right, so let me put like a little, I didn't put a little leaf on this one. I don't want to completely tear up my eucalyptus here. Cutting the whole thing off just for 1 or 2 leaves. So I'm just going to put one on here like so. Which is really good. And I'm going to sit it like on the front here. Because I think 3 is enough for this size. So I only did the center one. But so we got our, you know, some in a little tree. That one I kind of put on a little forked branch. But these I just put straight to, let me see if I can get it close. Just put it straight to the branch. Oh, and they're almost like honeycombs. Honey, what do you call them? Hives, too. So if you need some little honey hives. All right, so what I want to do is put my swag bow kind of as my background, you know, so nothing takes away from up here. I think they would be really cute if you did some like little, you know, just like 3 little bows on the front of them. But we're going to make a little swag for the background. My grandson, that is 5, had his papa to make him an apple and ketchup sandwich the other day. He ate the whole thing. Oh my gosh, apple and ketchup. Ooh, but if he ate it, it must have been good. But you know, there are some little kids that love them some ketchup. Put ketchup on everything. I love this, and it would be easy. Yeah, I mean, like, besides like drilling the holes in the thing, it wasn't that complicated. And if you got like maybe the little plastic terracotta things, you may could just glue them in there, like cut the lip off the back of them. All right, so we'll do away with hanging it, but I grabbed a bunch of cool little ribbon. All right, so bring our little country. So I got this like lemon. It's like a little, almost like a linen, real smooth. And I gotten this summer off the internet. This I got from just off of Amazon. So those, I want to bring in a different color. And I found this at the Dollar Tree in Augusta. That really good one with that we did a live on that day. It was the only one they had. So we're going to do our little swag bow in the back. And now I use these styrofoam balls. They were perfect for this 4-inch in there, but just know that, you know, any rocks, anything that'll hold it in there, just know if you use rocks, it's gonna make a little weight to it, but anything you wanna use to stabilize your picks, they're not heavy. So this will probably, I want to just be able to pinch it, and we'll make it fairly long and then cut it down to size once I get it in the back. Yeah. And let's see if we can bring a little more jute into it. Maybe. Do I have another piece? No. Okay. So we're going to make this on the ends. See if you can still see that. Now it needs to come in just a little bit more. Love it. Okay, yeah, y'all see, thank you so much, Rosemary. Y'all see where she just did the Sins Crafters. I'm still getting requests every day, so y'all, we're growing on that. And the crafts that they share are so good. I love the fact they change mine up some. They do their own. They share other crafters' crafts on there. Y'all, even if you never post anything on there, it's a really good group to be a part of, because you get inspiration from all kind of areas. And they could be anything from beach theme to farmhouse themes to flip-flop wreaths. It just it never ends, and it's always so good. Okay, this is what the bow that I didn't know. This just straight across bow. It's like, I don't know what you call this. I definitely want to bring some light, but I think I like this. This just seems a little bit, just bringing a little bit of country in. And I actually got this at in the St. Patrick's Day section of Hobby Lobby. This would be so cute with watermelons. This light green and checkered here would be really cute. All right, and I don't want just plain. And I like this color, love it, but don't like how big it is. But we'll see. Love lemons. Is that a bed foothead behind it? Yes. It's like 100-year-old footboard of the bed, and I painted it, and it sits and curves into my, I wish I had the headboard, but I think I told her that I think the headboard was like cracked, and I knew kind of what I wanted to do with it. So that's the only part that I got. And I love it. I haven't put anything on the front of it. I kind of thought about putting our initials on it or something like that, but we end up making like little craft things to go on it. So I've kind of liked it just the way it is. And I'm not even going to use the Dollar Tree one. Just because it's so small, I think it'll get lost in the background anyway. Peanut butter is good with anything. Yeah, I can't have any peanut butter right now. Is that yes? Is that a bed? Yes. No, darling, that is her fireplace cover. Judy, it is. It's the fireplace cover, but it is the footboard of a old, like, I would say sleigh bed, but sleigh beds do it like that, so it's not a sleigh bed. It's just an antique bed. It's the footboard, I guess that's what you call it, of it. And the headboard was not as pretty. It curves in on the side and everything. It's about 100 years old. It was somebody's grandmother's, and they actually used it. And the headboard part messed up, and they didn't want any more. And I was like, that would be perfect in front of my fireplace, and it is. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what. Maybe I'll just tie it with this. And yeah. Because white will go with the little lemon thing. Could just use my regular jute. I was debating on a pipe cleaner. All right, I'm gonna get it really tight in here, because I'm pretty sure I probably can just stick it in there, but I'll probably still try to secure it some way. So, just like a little straight bow. I mean, you can move some of these to the side to see more of the ribbon, but I kind of just like it just like it is. Because that way the back is long. So, and I kind of just want it to be kind of like a background thing, like in here. Which it probably really would look cute up here, but then you would lose all how cute the pots are. So it's just going to be a little background. I think I set it in there like that, and I know right where the center is, and instead of, let's see if one of my florist pins will hold it down. Well, no, I don't have anything to stick it into. Well, that's right there, but I think it's too far down. Let's see. No, the little ball is too far down there. So we'll put it in here, and I'm gonna stick a little piece of glue right there. All right. Get a truck as a Dollar General that was a bird bath. Turned it around and painted the back side of it like a Texas flag. All right, well, I want to see that. You got to post it. Yep, the camper also that is a birdhouse. I think I'm going to put an American flag on it for the 4th of July. That looks cute. Thank you, Katie. All right, so see, it's kind of just like a background. Let me see if I can fuss with it just a little bit. There we go. My cups are still a little cattywampus. I don't know if I'm liking that. Let me see. Yes, I'm gonna put it on the side. I like it better on the side. This part still seems a little long. That main green one. Okay, the other side is fine. I think maybe I'm gonna put it right here. I like it better over there. I'll show you this. There we go. Over on the side. So I can live with that. And then I'll put the 3 in here also. That really looks nice. Love it. I love this. Yes. And I mean, just think the lavender, if you wanted to do like a rosemary, you know, like a lavender one in it. Gosh, that's really pretty too. Even with the galvanized, you know, it's got this little like gray tone to it. So it's really pretty with the galvanized. Or you can do this and maybe put like one sunflower like right at the top of it. It'd be really, really pretty too. So y'all know, just make it your own, but I want to see it if you do it. I got to figure out how to make my little bow a little bit more. Wonder if I cut it in half and do, I don't know. I'm probably going to just leave it over here on the side. But I'll take a picture. I'm going to sit here and finish my little lemons. And that would just cover up how cute. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. This and did it down. No. Oh, hold on. I wonder if I made 2 and did them a little bit shorter and put it on each end. All right, let me see if I can handle that. Y'all know what I think I'm fixing to do. Y'all gonna laugh. But I am going to cut it in half and use one on one end and one on the other. Hold on. Hold on. Get together. Okay. I tied it. So I have like this little gap in the center of it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm not real happy with it right now, so can't get any worse, can it? Famous last words. Scissors won't go through anything. What's the email to send you my email for the sailboat? Nancy, go on inbox me, like direct message sends Crafted Ben. You'll see it when you go on my homepage, message, and it'll straight message me. And I love it right there. I just don't know how to put it right there. I think I can just glue it. Hold on. Nope, not that one. This one. I'm looking at how the ribbon's falling. What is that? Is that my fan? All right, I am putting these, I cut them in half, and it's got this cool little fall down, how that was coming down. And what I'm gonna do is stick it right here on the corner where the pots are. And it to that jute. And my jute is catching it. Ooh, don't run away. Catching my, catching it so I don't have to do it to the metal. Are you putting a hanger on this or so you could put the bow on the hanger? I was gonna put the hanger on it, but I like the way it's sitting here. I like strawberries. You wanted or 50% off at Hobby Lobby. Had a bunch of lemons. Darlene, I've got to go by there. Okay. All right, now I like that a lot better. So we got like a little swag off of both sides. I like that a lot better. All right, well, I'm gonna sit here and finish putting my little lemons on it, and then I'll take a picture so you can see the final thing. And thank y'all for joining me. Just 2 more days and it'll be the weekend. What is running outside? Your fan, she's putting it on the floor, and it has one of those where it starts up. I can hear the fan. It's all right for the floors. Are you putting a hanger on this? No, strawberry at the plants or real light. I know. I mean, it's supposed to be rosemary, it said, but it almost looked like that fern. But I really wanted something like bushy. I know really a lemon tree probably doesn't look like that, but I wanted something that would fill this in. I mean, you probably could shorten it if you didn't want it this tall. Like if I get it somewhere and I really didn't want it that tall, I think there's a few places that I could take like the biggest ones off the top and it would shorten a little bit for me. I love a bow in the front if the bow was thinner. Yes. I'm thinking if you took like a really small, I mean, you could even take like, we had this lemon right here and make you like a little bow and just put it right here on the center of your jute. And a lot of crafters do that. And I always think, you know, sometimes I need to just make a small little simple bow to hang that. Even if you did one on each one, you could bring black into it if you needed to, like if you had black in your kitchen, you could do like a little black. This is kind of the bigger, but you know, like the smaller gingham. Black really looks good with lemon, with yellow. You could also bring black into it. I really liked the green. And even the green, like if you, I don't think I have a green gingham that small. You know, bringing black into it would be really, really cute. And plus you have like the black tones in your galvanized pot. But yes, that is the fan. It's cute. I know, I like it. I like it, something different. And I love doing crafts sometimes when we don't have holidays. Something that I can keep up for a while. And I could keep this up all summer. And it's one of those crafts that maybe in a few months we'll change it to something else. You know, pumpkins aren't anything that would be on here, but you don't ever know. We could do something fall. What else is in the fall? You got corn and pumpkins and or I don't know, just, you know, apples for the fall would be really cute. But yeah, butterflies, yes. Y'all, you know, sky's the limit when you do stuff with these planted pots and all that. And looking in there, that looks like dirt in it. But I think that's really cute to have like one maybe in one of your pots that is a little different. And y'all, it's super secure. You know, we got all of ours knotted through our little holes in the back. So, I mean, even if I lift it forward where, you know, they're still in here. I mean, that lip is keeping them, and we just tied a knot on the back. So I put those up there because of hanger, but it really is, I mean, even like, I don't think I could push it forward. So it's a real good little shelf setter. So I like it. So, I will sit here and finish my lemons, and y'all have a good rest of your night. I didn't hold you too long, chit-chatting. Colored leaves, yes, like you could put, like, you know, the leaves are turning and change them. And at Christmas time you could put little Christmas trees in here. But yes, and y'all saw it was just the pick is in there, so it's just a matter, and we won't lose the pick because the lemons would come right out, would pull right off of them too. So there's really not anything in this craft that you would lose. You could reuse all, you know, the pieces that you would take out to put something else in it. But yeah, it's super secure. All right, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.